Coach, welcome back to another new season. I guess, you coming off of last year, what are some of your expectations here for this group this season?
We just got to keep getting better this year. We have, a couple guys that return with some good playing time minutes, and then we have a bunch of freshmen and young guys. A redshirt freshman will probably be in the mix as well. That just have to continue to get better as the year wears on. I mean, they're talented, but it's a little different than high school basketball, especially some of them. Small town kids, small town high school. So it's a big jump, but they're doing great. We left a lot of stuff out there this weekend in the games that we had, which wouldn't take much to correct. But that's where we are right now. We just got to continue to get better.
Do you think this is going to kind of be a little bit of a season of growing pains almost for you at some points?
I'm not sure. I'm not ready to say that. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a little roller coaster ride. Even some upperclassmen have a tough time being really consistent in our league. And if you're asking, some young guys to help out and be really consistent as well, it's a lot to ask. And we'll do what we can, and we'll get better as much as we possibly can throughout the year, and we'll let the chips fall where they may.
How much are you guys going to have to lean on Shane, Ben, and Will this year for you guys to succeed?
Oh, you're absolutely right there. If we're going to play at a high level, Ben Best and Will Harvey and Shane White have to be the guys that are leading the way. They're showing the young guys what it takes. How successful we can become is on the consistency of those guys from game to game. And if we're able to do that, it should be a lot more enjoyable ride. But if they struggle being consistent, absolutely, the freshmen are going to probably also be really inconsistent. And, we can all have good games, but can we have good games, 3-4 in a row, and then maybe have a bad game after that? And that'll be our challenge, I think, for the upperclassmen as well as the young guys.
So what kind of brand of basketball are you guys hoping to play this year?
Pretty similar. We do have some length, some good size at the guard spots. Ben's a big kid. Harvey's a good size four-man. Shane's a big kid that can run as well. So, we'd like to be able to pound it inside a little bit more. But at the same time, we have to be able to knock down perimeter shots for us to do that. Because Ben drew a lot of attention last year. And, it's not going to change this year. He's going to get a lot of attention, and some other guys are going to have to step up from the outside and knock down some shots.
So how well do you think this team can do, especially after last year? You lose your point guard, and DJ, and you lose a couple other big key players for you guys from last year.
There's just a lot of unknowns. I mean, we're asking some players that, we don't know what they can do at this level. And we know what Ben can do. We know what Harvey can do. We know what Shane can do. But there's a lot of other pieces that we just have a lot of unknowns, and we're just going to find our way through it and see what it presents.
So, you're obviously still searching for that first win, and is that maybe you think a result of this young group searching for personal roles and a team identity?
Yeah, there certainly could be some of that. We haven't found the right combination to get us playing at a high level right now. The first game we played, we looked more jittery in Wisconsin Dells than we did in the big stage of the Gopher Bar, Williams Arena and UNI. And part of that, I think, is just we are really young, and we probably left 28 points on the board on just too many turnovers that we could take care of. We could clean up about half of those pretty easily. We didn't shoot it very well from the free throw line. We could have added 3 or 4 more free throws just to get to 75%. And then we shot it really poorly from 3. We were something like 4-26, and you shoot like 38%, which isn't asking much at all. It's very average nationally. And you'd add about 16 to 18 more points there. So we left a lot of points off the board, where you can contribute it to inexperience or a little jittery, playing a little faster than what we normally would with some poise. But we'll work our way through it, and I do like the group. We're working hard. They're fun to coach, and we'll just keep on hammering away.
So you get a non-conference game against a conference team this weekend. So is it kind of nice to just have that early test to kind of gauge where you're at as far as where you stack up in the conference?
Yeah, it's been a tough road. We scrimmaged UND over Grand Forks, then UNI and the Gophers, and then we had 2 region games here. So we kind of know where we're at, I think, within the league already. But our region is so big, and to be able to play some of these schools, it's hard to get down to Missouri and to Oklahoma. And so Concordia-St. Paul we only play them once during the year, and it's a good way for us to play another region opponent that's a good competition and gives us a chance to see what we're all about. It seems like a lot of teams in our league are starting to do it as well. I think maybe even tonight Northern State and Southwest State play, or maybe yesterday, but there's some other ones that are doing it as well. So it's a good matchup, but it's good for us to get down to the cities, once in a while as well for recruiting and things like that. So it's a win-win.
All right, so Ben, coming on, welcome back. I guess first things, you guys have 3 seniors on this year's group. What are your expectations here for this team?
Just last year we struggled with getting 2 wins in a row or road sweeps or even sweeps at home. I don't think we've swept in the last couple of years at any place, home or away. So I think just focus on being prepared every weekend and going on the road against tough teams, getting wins, and then coming home and defending the home court. And just in the long run, make a run in March. So.
Now, with such a young group, is this a season that we might see a few growing pains, or is this a season that we might see a little bit of up and downs from you guys?
It's hard to say right now. I mean, just considering the last 2 games, we have some ups and downs. Having trouble turning the ball over. That's things we can fix, though. The freshman group, they're a good group. I think a lot of them are already ahead of the game where I was my freshman year. I think it'll just take time, and hopefully come playoffs, we can have everything figured out and make it run.
So what are some things you guys are going to have to do well as a team this year to succeed and get to where you want to be?
Limit turnovers, that's a big one. Just even talking about last year, just defensive stops towards the end of games. We were in games all the time. We were in most of the games last year, and just it'd come down to 1 stop, 2 stops when we couldn't get it. And then just being solid on offense. Just don't turn the ball over, run our offense, and I think we can get good looks and score, and we could be a really good team in the conference if we play together.
Now, as this team continues to grow up, do you think this is a group that maybe could surprise a few people down the road?
Yeah, we were just talking about it the other day that this freshman group is talented. We got 6 really talented freshmen, and I think they all stick around, and we got Kyle Sorensen coming back off injury. Jacob Down has a few years. The group could be really special, and I believe they can go a long ways. They'll be good if they stick around.
So, last week both games kind of got out to a little bit of a slow start. So, moving ahead, just how important is it to come right out of the gate and just get out to a good start?
I think we just go back, we watch film, watch both our games last week in the Dells. What we got to fix. We watch film a couple days a week. We just got to start focusing on getting off to a better start, getting down 9-0, 11-0, then giving up runs in the second half that they go on 8-0 run, 7-0 run, and we come down, shoot and miss. It can't happen. We just got to be more focused and just ready to go at the tip, and then even at the second half, start of the second half. Can't let ourselves get buried so far.
And so you got a non-conference game against a conference opponent this week. So how nice will it be to kind of gauge where you're at in the conference?
I think it'll be good. Yet again, we'll be able to play the game regardless of the outcome. We'll watch film and see what we can work on. I know it's a non-conference game, but it'll still count in the long run. And hopefully can get a win here this weekend. And then come home and take care of business against Northland.
All right, so first things, you guys are a pretty young group this year, but what are your expectations here for this year's team?
I think we need to come out and play defense better than we did. And freshman group really have to come together and look towards the older guys to lead us.
How important is that leadership from those 3 seniors that you guys do have here for the rest of the season?
They always got to stay on their A game with leading us, because we always look up to see what they're doing, copy them, because it's our first year. So, yeah.
What are some things you guys are going to have to do well here this year in order to succeed and maybe surprise a few people?
I think we gotta play better defense because we have a good defensive players, but as a team, we're not good defensively. Not that good yet.
So being so young, this group obviously is going to have to grow up a little bit here during the season. Is this a group that you feel like can grow up and maybe surprise a few people?
Yeah, I think so. 'Cause we got a lot of good talent. It's half our team are freshmen, and I think we're all pretty good.
So,
Zach.
last week, both games kind of, got off to a little bit of a shaky start. So just how important is it to get off on the right foot right out of the gate?
It's really important because if you don't come out right away with the heat, teams will just bash you, and it's kind of hard to battle back against these teams because they're really good.
So you get to play at this court for the first time this week. So just what's that experience going to be like for you? How excited are you to play on this court?
I'm really excited. It's the first home game. Look forward to it. Just gonna go out there and play.
So, what are your expectations for this weekend?
I think we gotta just come out and work our offense, swing the ball around to the third and fourth side, because we always get open layups if we keep moving the ball.